Yay, more shooting. Shoot the bad stuff off the Geth hard drive.
Shoot it all.
I like to think that if you go to Google headquarters, they will hook you into a machine that will show you Google that works exactly like this. And you shoot things to find your way through the search engine.
We've been experimenting with a mass murder-based interface.
This is actually the Google Plus system. What it looks like, you'll notice it's really big and there's nobody there.
So I got a question, Josh.
Why are
what do you think
you
about the fact that you can't fall off these platforms? You glad for that, or do you think it removes an element?
Well, you can't fall off anything in this game unless there's a bug.
Yeah, I know, but still.
BioWare has always been like that, where the difference between there's no difference between a ledge and a wall.
So the farmers are rising up to fight their aristocratic oppressors, you say? Oh. Oh.
Okay, I missed this.
Like, so this is the communist revolution, you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Is there an actual, like, element of challenge to this?
Yes.
No.
What's your status, Admiral?
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because this is probably the best written and most interesting visually and story-wise piece of the player.
I would not call it best written.
As far as the Geth Quarian stuff goes in this game, probably the best part of this little segment.
Except the problem is, it just, like we were saying, it makes the Quarians out to be the super evil bastard. And the Geth out to be, oh, we were just misunderstood children, and they tried to genocide us, so we, I guess, genocided them instead.
Well, I mean, yes, that's true, but that only really matters in the context of the decision we have to make later on about which one to save, and it paints them so evil that there's only one answer.
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication.
So, I mean, it matters in the sense that, you know, it paints them as bad people, and then it paints the Quarians as bad people, and that sucks because later we have to decide which team we want to kill. And obviously we want to kill the Quarians. But taken on its own, it's not a bad little story, the backstory of how the Geth became the Geth.
I guess.
It would be nice if they
a backstory that was less black and white, but this game can't apparently do gray, so
they're afraid if it was black and white, you wouldn't know how to choose, so they're just taking out the Geth work.
Oh god.
You son of a bitch. Shoot the bad computer stuff.
This really is like, we had no other way to properly represent this, so here's a gun, shoot at these cubes.
I mean, it worked. You know what, this is okay. This gets a pass.
No computer, bad computer, I demand computer feel pain.
I'm out of ammo. What happens? Oh yeah, it just
it reloads when you run around. Man, the Eternal Darkness School of Game Design. Thought it was dead for good. Really sad that it's not.
So like it overheats, right? But then when it cools off again, you can shoot it some more.
Huh.
That would be a really cool mechanic.
That's ridiculous. How can it cool off without heat sink? Objects can't just lose heat. You need to put the heat into something.
I said step away from the Geth.
And then throw that thing away. That's how you get rid of heat. You throw it in the garbage.
Oh yeah, apparently there were Quarians who supported the Geth. Which does beg the question, what the fuck happened to them?
We have kept records of these.
They got killed.
They died. Yeah, they died. Those were all the smart Quarians. They basically inadvertently began a eugenics program to weed out the smart and capable and forward-thinking from their species. That's why they're as dumb as they are now.
Where's the exit here? I am confused.
So it's like a degenics program.
Yeah.
Ah.
Regen.
Go to the edges. It's always on the edges.
Right, but what the fuck? Do we have to? Is it down here?
Yeah, I believe that one. Look, follow the yellow brick road.
Don't get any of the bad computer information on you. How did you get...
How did I what?
We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster.
Nothing. I looked down at the bottom and I just saw your shields were down, and I was about to ask, how did your shields end up down? And I realized, oh, you just don't have them.
Yeah.
Although, what's that display down there for at all, since you can't be hurt here?
Yeah, so there's shields and there's shooting bed. There's only shooting bed and there's shields.
Like, if that wasn't there, that would not draw your attention to the fact that you don't even need help here.
I really try not to be too cynical, but I do like that this is sort of a good metaphor for the modern the modern action shooter, where, you know, shooting stuff is totally inconsequential and means nothing. It's just something to occupy your time in between story segments that we then hand feed you once you've blown up enough stuff.
Whoa, man! Ouch! You like preface that with, I'm trying not to be cynical, and then you just came out with the most cynical gut punch to the games industry that I've heard in the last 3 minutes of the show.
This is like the opposite of Spec Ops. No, really, shoot all the stuff you can. It's always good. Killing is always a positive thing. All problems are caused by having an insufficient number of corpses at your feet.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel then.
You can learn through murder.
What is your status?
So they just blew him up as he surrendered. Yeah, that's real fucking reasonable behavior.
Yeah, that's a moral gray area right there. The one hand, I shot a man as he surrendered, but on the other hand, he was creepy and robots can't feel love.
Oh, is this not the exit? God damn.
I have to assume that the reason they did this was that the Geth were presented basically as the main villains mostly in the first game. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean. They were the grunts you shot.
They spent the most time killing people, blocking your goals, and it's reasonable to associate the Geth with things like the dragon's teeth that turn people into husks. And this drives home to the This drives home to the player that was the Reapers doing all that. That is not according to the Geth nature.
See, but the
that's
problem...
a really interesting twist. They're just sort of a mook level enemy that you fight throughout the whole game. Later turns out to be this sort of hive mind race with strange customs you can't understand, that you didn't understand, who now work with you as a common ally. Hang on. Wait a minute. This is familiar.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290.
I totally can't think of what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the
we have secured freedom.
Shaft. John Shaft.
Vorgons. No, not the Vorgons. What the Vortigons? Vorgons. No.
Vogons. The Vogons. They read you their poetry and blow up your planet.
Vogons certainly do not fit that description.
Legion.
Vogons, the hell is
That's
they
back when I
talking about?
activated you on the Normandy.
Yes,
You've been thinking about when we met?
it was highly significant. You were the first organic to openly cooperate with Geth.
Like, they're sure
This
they're really
doesn't make any sense, though. I mean...
That's exactly how it went. You locked hands and you stared at each other for 60 seconds.
Prospect remains.
Everything in Mass Effect 1, whenever you talked about the Geth, all the console races considered them hostile. Anyone who went near the Geth systems was attacked.
Hope sustains organics.
But no, apparently they were all like totally peaceful hippie dudes. Peace, man.
connection with the remaining server nodes established.
It's a retcon, and it's bullshit, and it makes the choice here very black and white.
When it didn't need to be. As somebody else pointed
I
out...
would have been fine if it showed both sides, you know, doing...
And the story had that built into it. Somebody pointed out that there's only a few million Quarians left, like 20 million on the ship.
15 million, right.
Right, and
what
there had to
happened
be
to all the
billions.
other ones? Did every single other, like, what happened to all the Geth who supported, or all the Quarians who supported the Geth? Did they just, like, did all the other Quarians just nuke them or something? Did the Geth just eat them after the rest of the Quarians left? What the hell?
Yeah, when the Quarians fled the planet, there were some left. Did the Geth just exterminate those last Quarians? The game never says, and I don't think the writers ever thought about what would have happened. I don't think they considered it in the first game, and they certainly didn't consider it when they, you know, added on to it later. And so this is a thing but that fact could have been used to drive home the thing, and you could say, look,
Shepard,
you guys killed, you know, 4 billion Quarians, and Legion would say, yeah, well, that seemed like the most reasonable solution at the time. And that would be like, huh, you know, these guys can be really cold-hearted when it comes right down to it, in a really dangerously practical way.
Programs from the server into these platforms.
Man, that sort of neck shake Shepard does after stepping at the computer all woozy and disoriented. Yeah, know that feel, bro.
They what?
Oh, see, their lights all turned blue. Now they're on our side.
Yeah, that was not very subtle.
We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
They've renounced the old machines.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
We did not doubt you.
They had a change of heart.
The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
Okay, is this where we get the moral choice coming up?
This is twice.
No, that's at the end of the next mission.
Compromise the mission.
Oh.
Creator life ships remained a priority.
But this is one of the actions needed to get peace between... If you do everything just right, you can get peace between the Geth and the Quarians.
How the hell do we beat the Reapers if everyone's experiencing this crisis?
And you can get both fleets to come and save Earth and stop any more human kids from dying. But really, for most people...
evil Shepard that hates everybody.
But for most people, unless you plan ahead and you know what the right choices are, you're probably going to end up having to choose one side or the other. And by that, I mean you could either choose to save the Quarians or be smart.
I would be happy to lend my expertise.
Legion's the one to ask if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
That Quarian
What's that?
Try to get Geth Primes to work with you.
I'm sorry, it just, you know, kind of drives home how sort of, like, quote-unquote sexy the female models are when the camera lingers with, like, even unintentionally, near their hindquarters. It's disproportionately shapely to how their pants need to be, like, designed.
That their entire race is made, basically, of...
Good, Hackett wants to talk.
Calipigian super peoples?
Apparently not.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Great. Now I have to go
You
up
always
and look
expect,
what
like, when
Calipig-
Trainer says that, he's gonna, like, say, hey, we need you for something, Shepard. But no, it's just like, hey, what do you want?
We're not letting people...
I like that he's hovering near the thing with nothing to do all day. Hey, Shepard, you wanted to ask me something? No, I'm not busy right now. Do you want to talk? No, oh, you're... Okay, well, just call me anytime if you need anything, Shepard. I'll be here.
I wish that sometimes you would call him and, you know, he'd be like, you know, looking up from a bowl of cornflakes going, huh? What?
So...
Oh, crap, let me put some pants on.
So do we want to support Tally here and have the ships, the patrol ships, help people in escape pods, or Zen and help them salvage the Geth dreadnought? Because you're totally in a position to salvage the fucking dreadnought right now.
Tally.
Zen, you can always send a salvage team later.
Unless there isn't a later because we're defeated due to a lack of Geth technology. Fine.
And that is a really good point. You can always salvage the dreadnought later. You can't rescue the civilians after they're dead later.
Unless we brought them back to life. Let's call up the elusive man. Let's get this going.
You call him and he looks up from his breakfast of dead civilians. What? You need? Oh, let me put some pants.
So, about your buddy.
No, Shepard. Or do I need to? And he swivels around and he's got already got a pair of trousers on. I foresaw this call and have the trousers on already.
I just want to get Martin Sheen doing those lines. No, what? You want me to read this? Like, into the microphone.
That's when they have to put in place of him actually
right?
saying the line. Like the subtitles say, "Pants? Who needs pants when you're the elusive man?" And the dialogue is like, "No, fuck this. No, I quit. Seriously. I was in Apocalypse Now, for God's sake."
How can you say in July and emphasize on the in? It's impossible.
Who do we want to take for this final mission?
Leave Tolly behind. You have to take him, but that would be funny if you could.
See, here's what power damage plus 25% for this armor and power recharge speed plus 25% for that armor. Well, we can select.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Also, that's Spanky.
There needs to be a character in Mass Effect called Spanky.
Hey, bring Meathead.
You wanna?
I like
take James to this climactic fight.
I like the troll.
I'm sure he'll have lots of insight.
I'd love to get to the end of this, and James gets pissed off that it's a binary choice, and he's like, "What? We can't destroy both fleets? This is bullshit."
So, Chris, I like to troll friends who make me play their classic childhood JRPGs by giving infantile names to all of the characters. Like in Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, I named my character Richard Nixon, nicknamed Dick, and then gave all the characters names like Waffles McSpanks, Turdley Buttkiss,
Turd Ferguson.
Makes the dramatic scenes hilarious.
Was that a reference to an old SNL skit, Chris? Like a super old SNL skit?
It's not that old.
And also, whenever I play, when I played Final Fantasy IX, I renamed all of the male characters with female names, and the one female character I named Frank.
Upgrade code. We can break any Geth security.
I have magic security breaking powers.
You're still hooked up to the Reapers.
No, we simply carry code upgrades that make us more effective, more intelligent.
But you lied. You lied about rescuing those Geth on the server, and you're lying again.
I wonder if this is going to lock us out from the Geth choice.
Damn these
I
migraines.
lied about rescuing them. I lied again. No, you just keep lying to me. This relationship isn't going to work, Legion.
No, based on empirical.
How do I know you love me?
Not.
Look me in the eye, Legion. Stare me in the eye with your giant. Oh God. Jeez, I can't. Hold on, I need to shade my eyes here. Okay. Okay, never mind.
Did you just say you were gonna shave your eyes?
Shade. Shade.
I like a second ago where it looked like James was completely out of his depth. The hell was that all about? I didn't understand. I listened to that whole conversation and not once did I hear about it.
You were here like a mission ago. Both of the last two missions you were here. What is this?
I love this line. She's like, "Oh, and the house will go right here." And I'm like, "What, at the bottom of this canyon?"
Right after you die.
You're gonna live at the bottom of this friggin' rock hole? Sure, you could plant a garden right here on this solid rock.
To be fair, this is giving the Quarian homeworld more characterization because she cares about it, we care about it. It works better than, say, Earth, where it's like a kid died, and that's our entire emotional
Okay, I concede that point. That's better.
I mean, I grant you that I would like to see the ruins of the city or some indication that it once was something more than a rock, but she cares about it.
Yeah, or that it might be possible to grow something here now. Look at that. The Geth were here for how many hundreds of years and they never even watered that tree they got right there.
What? Did I just hand her nothing? Here's some air!
Totally.
Hey, Dolly!
I know you can breathe this because you're in that suit that you can't breathe this through.
Great civilization, Tally. Here's an artifact.
I'm still probably the least jaded. I thought that was sweet. I mean, you're handing her, she's like, I'd love to be able to set foot in my own home world, and you hand her a little piece of it, and like, here's a start. You know, here's the beginning of your rebirth.
Oh yeah,
of course, all of this is ruined by the end of the game, but it's sweet in the moment.
What?
Yeah.
I see. I
what the fuck?
Totally
Why do
I think she was
have
hitting on you. This is where a house could go.
I don't have the right pistol, guys. What? I've got the normal pistol that had the cutscene. What happened? Why do I have this again?
Mistakes were made.
That's not an excuse.
Man.
James took your good pistol. He knew
damn
what was what.
He doesn't even use pistols. Stop hogging all the good shit.
Now I got a weapon for my neck.